everything kind of fits in somehow, right? Everything's a piece of the puzzle. And just like the aliens thing. I mean, I'm of the belief that yeah, there is a supreme being, but I know it's almost. Can you tell me that nobody that has ever been subjected to Christianity and Jesus Christ and God, that all those people that never knew any different, like Buddhists and Christianity is not the oldest religion, so that kind of. So I mean, there's a supreme being, but if you look at theology, really, and this is not a religious channel, but if you look at theology, a lot of religions kind of they coincide. A lot of the stories and even some of the characters are identical. So I think it's almost like how good of a life have you led, and how loyal and faithful have you been to the religion and ideologies that you follow. I think that maybe determines your fate. And who knows how that happened, and what's um, a lot of people's explanation. I guess that's why they call it faith. Faith is believing in something that's unseen. But there was just God. How? I mean, something. If you look at it, you could drive yourself crazy. Something was there at the very beginning. We don't know what, how. So a lot of people equate like aliens and things like that from other planets. Maybe that's where things started. So I don't know the answer, but I do think that things are related in some way, shape, or form.
I think the aliens are fallen angels, and they're interdimensional. They're actually interdimensional beings that can come in and out of our dimension. That's what I believe about them.
So you think
And
the ghosts and the aliens are somehow intertwined in a way?
yeah, they're connected. Yes, they look for look at the story of the demoniac in Gadarene, I believe it is. That when Jesus encountered him, he was in a cemetery, chained. They had him in chains. He would jump into the fire, and the demons called themselves Legion because there were so many of them. They asked to be put into the bodies of the swine. So they want to be inside of a body. They want control, and you have to invite them in, I believe. And so if you don't want that, and you see like The Exorcist, that movie, that was a real story.
Mm-hmm.
That girl was possessed, and they want to have possession of a body and control it. But they are intertwined with the aliens,
Well,
which are fallen angels, in my opinion.
that's funny because the last recording we did, I asked, actually it was my daughter, I asked if you had 5 minutes to spend talking to an alien or a ghost, which would you pick? And you think they're the same, or they're of the same. They're in the family. You think, but on the practical level, would you rather a spaceship came down and you talked to the alien that came off the spaceship, or would you rather have a ghost show up in your house and talk to you for 5 minutes?
In my opinion,
Yeah,
boy, I think I'd rather talk to a ghost than
really.
what I would think would be a fallen angel. They're very powerful and, to me, scary. More scary than a ghost.